Right now, in millions of kitchens around the world, microwave ovens are running, reheating last night's leftovers, warming up a frozen meal, heating a baby's bottle. It is one of the most routine actions in modern life, and most people never question it for a second. But within that everyday habit, there are 4 specific situations where the microwave genuinely transforms food into something that can carry real health risks. From carcinogen formation to hormone-disrupting chemical leaching to the destruction of irreplaceable immune compounds. Today I am going to explain exactly what those 4 situations are, why they are dangerous at a chemical level, and give you a simple, safe alternative for each one. Before the list, a critical clarification. The microwave itself does not cause cancer. It emits non-ionizing microwave radiation at 2.45 GHz, which vibrates water molecules approximately 2.45 billion times per second to generate heat. It does not alter DNA, does not produce ionizing radiation, and does not create carcinogens simply by running. The risks come from 2 entirely different mechanisms, specific chemical reactions that occur when certain foods are exposed to high heat, and harmful substances that migrate from certain containers into food when heated. Understanding this distinction is the key to using your microwave safely. The first situation is microwaving any food in a non-microwave safe plastic container or polystyrene container. This is the most widespread risk, and it affects virtually everyone who eats delivery food or reheats leftovers. Plastics can contain BPA, bisphenol A, and phthalate plasticizers. At room temperature, these compounds remain chemically bound within the plastic matrix. When heated, especially in the presence of fatty or oily food, the bonds loosen and these chemicals migrate into the food. Research published in a peer-reviewed journal confirmed that polystyrene containers leach styrene and benzene into food when microwaved, and styrene is classified by international health authorities as a possible human carcinogen. A study by domestic environmental researchers found that heating oily food in non-microwave safe plastic for 5 minutes or more caused environmental hormone detection levels to increase by dozens of times compared to unheated samples. BPA and phthalate are endocrine disruptors that structurally resemble estrogen. Long-term exposure is linked to impaired reproductive function, thyroid hormone disruption, developmental problems in children, and increased risk of hormone-dependent cancers. The solution is immediate and simple. Always transfer food into a glass or ceramic container before microwaving. Even containers labeled microwave safe should not be used for fatty foods or extended heating times exceeding 5 minutes. The second situation is repeatedly reheating processed meats such as ham, sausage, and bacon at high power. Processed meats contain sodium nitrite, which is added as a color stabilizer and preservative. When sodium nitrite is exposed to high heat, in the presence of amines that naturally exist in meat, it undergoes a chemical reaction that produces nitrosamines. Nitrosamines are unambiguously classified as carcinogens by international cancer research authorities, with research showing that processed meat consumption is associated with a 1.66-fold increase in stomach cancer risk. A domestic Korean study measuring the formation of NDMA, a nitrosamine compound, during cooking of meat products, confirmed its generation during heating processes including microwave cooking. The risk escalates sharply with repeated reheating cycles. Each time processed meat is heated and cooled and heated again, the cumulative nitrosamine formation increases. The safe practice is to heat processed meats only once immediately before eating at medium power of around 50 to 70%, and never to reheat previously warmed portions a second time. Choosing products that contain no added sodium nitrite is the most fundamental preventive measure. The third situation is microwaving eggs in their shell, whether raw or hard-boiled. This is not a carcinogen issue but an immediate physical danger. Microwave radiation heats the yolk significantly faster than the white, causing internal pressure to build rapidly. The shell cannot contain this pressure and the egg explodes. This is not merely a messy inconvenience. Documented injury cases exist in which exploding eggs have caused burns and eye injuries. More surprisingly, even shelled hard-boiled eggs can explode in the microwave. The concentrated fat in the yolk creates internal pressure even without a shell. If you want to warm a hard-boiled egg, place it in hot water for 5 minutes. Which is completely safe and effective. For any egg-based dish being reheated in the microwave, remove all shell, pierce the yolk with a fork to create pressure relief points. Use medium power only, and heat in short intervals. For scrambled eggs and omelets, reheating in a pan over low heat produces a better texture and eliminates the explosion risk. The fourth situation is microwaving breast milk. This is a point that many parents overlook entirely, and it may be the most consequential item on this list. Microwave ovens heat unevenly, creating hot spots, where the temperature is far higher than the average reading would suggest. This alone is dangerous for a baby's mouth. But the deeper issue is that breast milk is not simply liquid nutrition. It contains immunoglobulins, antibodies, living bioactive growth factors, beneficial bacteria, and a complex ecosystem of compounds, specifically designed to build and protect a newborn's immune system. Research has found that heating breast milk above 60 degrees Celsius significantly damages these bioactive immune components. Because microwave heating is non-uniform, localized temperatures can spike unpredictably well beyond this threshold. Even when the overall temperature feels moderate to the touch, microwaving breast milk effectively discards the immune-building properties that make it irreplaceable. The correct method is to place the sealed container of breast milk in a bowl of warm water and allow it to reach body temperature gradually. Always test a few drops on the inside of your wrist before feeding to confirm the temperature is appropriate. Additional safety rules worth knowing: never put aluminum foil or any metal inside a microwave under any circumstances, as sparking and fire can result. Foods like whole chestnuts, corn on the cob, or whole peppers can explode from internal steam pressure, so always cut or pierce them first. Heating oil at high power in a microwave produces toxic aldehyde compounds, according to multiple studies, so microwave cooking that involves heating oil directly should be avoided. Never seal food completely when covering it to microwave, as pressure needs a path to escape. To put all of this in balance, a microwave used correctly is actually one of the gentler cooking methods for preserving nutrients. Research has shown that brief microwave steaming of vegetables retains more nutrients than boiling them in water. The 4 situations to avoid are non-microwave safe plastic containers, repeatedly reheating processed meats at high power, whole eggs in the microwave, and breast milk in the microwave. Everything else is fine. Good health does not require perfect restriction. It requires accurate knowledge applied consistently. If this video was useful to you, please like it and share it with the people in your life who use a microwave every day. Subscribe and turn on notifications for new health videos every week. See you in the next one.